weekend starts here on Saturday afternoon at the Academy Stadium, where City's second team in Premier League 2 lift a third successive Premier League 2 title. City, of course, the first team, are hoping to do at least one, if not two, if not three this season, with the next game being at Fulham. But it's not a bad way to start the weekend.
Premier League 2 Division 1 champions, Manchester City!
So what does it feel like to be a champion then?
It feels great. I think we've done very well as a team this season. At times played even better than last year. So with the likes of Maka, Liam, Sam going away or going out, and Romeo, we knew it was going to be a bit tougher this season. But as a team, I think we've performed very well, and we're all very happy.
You dream of taking the next step into the first team?
Of course, that's the main goal. Can't focus on anything else as long as that opportunity is still there. So that is the dream and goal. And I think obviously it's tough because they're, in my opinion, by far the best team in the world. But that's what I'm pushing for, yes.
Now they've got to emulate you and win the big Premier League, haven't they?
Yeah, which I'm confident they will.
Let's have a look at that medal.
Yes.
Congratulations, Brian, Premier League 2 champions, third year in a row. Under 16s have won a championship as well. It's a club on the move, this, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you very much, Ian. When the players get into that feeling of winning and they really enjoy it, so they kind of almost expect it, which is something different to what I had in my career. But I think they've had enough situations this season where it's been difficult enough for them to satisfy my want to kind of expose them to a lot of different experiences, and they've come through really strongly in the second half of the season. The improvement by the players individually and collectively has been something very, very special for me.
What's the secret?
I think the secret at this age, I definitely feel is the level of competition is ramping up, because they go from being in a regionalised under-18 league to a nationwide competition, and then you get that European competition to add on to that. I think it becomes a very complex season for them, and the challenge that they face will inevitably be tougher than what they faced previously. So to see them overcome that and grow so much in such a short space of time is very, very exciting for them and for everyone at the club.
Now Pep and the first team have got to do what you've done.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, I think they've set a pretty good example from what I've seen all season. And joking aside, we see kind of the clearest illustration of how to act in these situations, because they're so driven and so focused on the next training session, the next game. And for our players and staff, we get to see this firsthand, and it's hard to describe really. And the privilege of seeing players of such a high level be so focused and so hard working is incredible for us all. And we try to replicate that in some lesser form to the best of our ability, but it gives you a great sense of what it looks like to be trying to be your best all the time.
Well done, you've achieved it.
Thank you in this moment, thank you.
So it's 24 hours later now, down in West London. Fulham, top dogs at the moment in this area, with near neighbours Chelsea not too far away. I've walked down from Putney Bridge alongside the river, and now here we are at, 1 week ahead of the coronation, ahead of the old front of the old Fulham, which is quite a traditional old ground, and a lot of people like that sort of stuff. So the club's, that is City, on the right track at the moment at every level. Is this going to be the treble year even? Are City going to win the league this year? It seems to be in their own hands. Let's find out what the fans that I bump into today, whether they be City fans, maybe even Fulham fans, and find out what the mood is ahead of this one.
City at the pinnacle of certainly the time I've been watching City. Everybody keeps saying don't use the T word, the treble, but I think it's definitely game on. Our best chance of winning the treble ever, from my perspective, and if we do win it, it'll be much bigger than United winning it a few years back.
You know, a lot of people from outside the club have been critical of City for being too rich, having too much money, but you don't win the under-18s league and the under-21s league just because you've got money, do you?
No, quite correct. The club from top to bottom's being run exemplary. everybody talks about the money that's been put into it, but I think the amount of money that they've ploughed back into the local community around City and the way that they're running the club is absolutely amazing. Yeah, credit to everybody.
Today, is this a potential banana skin or?
Yeah, you'd say that potentially every game's a banana skin, isn't it? You know, you get rogue results, but after the performance on Wednesday night, I think it's definitely game on today. I think we'll win quite easily. I think it'll be probably about 3-1, something like that.
I'm feeling good. I think we're going to be top of the league in a few hours' time. We'll see for how long, but I reckon it'll be a 2-0 or 3-0 win.
You don't worry about a game like this and think it's a little bit, as we call it, after the Lord Mayor's parade.
Yeah, you know, typical City never leaves you, no matter how successful or popular we get, how much money we have. There's something to be said about that, you know, kind of warms the cockles of my cold, dead heart. But, you know, I feel pretty good about this one. You know, the fact that we don't have many injuries, touch wood, right now, you know, apart from Ake, I'm feeling good about it. I really am.
And of course, that typical City that you mentioned there is what keeps City fans rooted to reality, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something that I, as a fan of over 20 years, have been trying to teach my fellow Yanks, my fellow American Blues about. So we'll see what happens. Touch wood, 2-0, 3-0. Come on, City.
Not all about money, really, is it? It's all about the people that you have in place doing the business, doing the academy structure. You know, you're picking up bargains like Julian Alvarez, and probably could have got Enzo Fernandez, but he maybe just wanted a bit more game time than he would have been promised. But that's where our scouting network is leading us to. It's just elite businessmen doing a great job with a great club, you know.
It's unstoppable at the moment, isn't it?
Would appear to be, but I'm long enough in the tooth now, Ian, to be still a little bit cautious about today's result. And everybody's saying that it was over on Wednesday night. Not for us, you know. We've seen it too often, obviously, when we beat Arsenal at the Emirates, and we went and drew with Forest the following Saturday. So, you know, the City-itis for me will never die, because we're 40 odd years coming over and doing the trek. And I know younger kids will think that it's a foregone conclusion today, but not for me. We'll see, and fingers crossed we might get away with a 1-0 or a 2-0, but let's see how we go.
Are those wise words?
Well, I think Trevor's right. We've all lived the bad times, the good times. We've all lived sort of through surprises. We all remember 2011 coming from behind very late. So, you know, I think he's right. I think we've all, you know, one step at a time. But I'm pretty positive that the team, you know, you hear Pep talking. It is one step at a time, isn't it? He looks only one game. He doesn't look for the cup final. He doesn't look for the Champions League. He looks one team at a time. I'm pretty confident he knows what he's doing. I think we all think he knows what he's doing. Your point of earlier, the club knows what they're doing. It seems like we're very organised nowadays in comparison to the past. And that gives me great confidence, and it gives us all great confidence.
And Fulham are actually kicking above their weight, aren't they, at the moment? They're obviously doing something right.
Well, I think it's, you know, it's yet another example of a well-organised club can do really well. You know, you see that at Brighton, don't you? Villa seem to have got their act together. Fulham have got their a well-organised club can do well. It's our clubs that have chaos that are the issues, and they have a problem with their problems. And I often think that a lot of the red cartel clubs, you know who they are, everyone, you know, they really don't like their owners, and the reason they don't like their owners is their organisation's wrong, and ours is right. This is why, you know, for all the problems with our owners, you know, and some of their background, you can't argue that they've done a great job at our club and they've been brilliantly organised. And Fulham are just another example of a well-organised club, doing well, sensibly managed, running through their budget. What's not to like? It will be a difficult game today because they'll be organised and know what they want to do.
As a Fulham fan, what are you expecting today?
I'd be very happy with the draw, but unfortunately I think we might lose. Hopefully not more than 6-0.
Yeah, I know a lot of City fans who are worried about today, saying this could be the banana skin.
Really?
Do you not see it?
Not really. We're missing Mitrovic, and we haven't got William in the team. He was injured in last match, so I think it might be a bit tricky.
Up front, you've got the namesake of Real Madrid's Vinicius. Is he not going to be dangerous?
No, unfortunately not. Well, I don't think so. Hopefully today will be his day and he'll score some goals, but he hasn't been particularly great for Fulham. Well, I personally don't think he has.
They're on a roll now, Ian. We got it nailed.
Even though this could potentially be a slip-up?
It could be, but any game's a slip-up, isn't it? I'm more concerned about Brighton than anybody else right now. Arsenal, I knew we'd beat them. It was in my brain. But Brighton, for me, is the big banana skin.
No Kevin De Bruyne, no Bernardo Silva today.
I didn't see that. We'll still beat them anyway. 3-1.
A great strike by Julian Alvarez separates the two teams at the halfway mark. Let's see what happens in the second half.
Very hard win. Max predicted this today for the kickoff on the Fulham TV. So he won another tenner. Got a shirt from Gundo. Thank you, Captain. We never had easy here, and I'm glad we have 3 points now. We need to do everything like today. Win, 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 and win. Yeah, will be hard, but we can do it. We proved it before. Twice we chased it. We are like hunters, like and bank. So
is this a game you were worried about at all?
I worry about every game, you know. I remember typical City times, you know. So never easy, like. But Alvarez goal, just something beautiful, something good. He's our second Aguero. Yeah, even someone made the photo today. Similar, innit? Yeah. The most important game will be next week. We have West Ham, tough team. They show it. We have Leeds. Won't be easy. Every game is like Champions League final, to be honest, for us. So we just need to play, win everything, and I believe we will win. Yeah.
I thought it was a very tough game today. It wasn't going to be easy, but we got the job done. 3 points top of the league. I thought Alvarez was absolutely exceptional again. Haaland, 50th goal of the season, is just incredible, and we're going on for the treble. Said it last year, and I say it again this year. We're going for it.
That's where we came from. That shirt.
99, and this is where we are.
No, you have your say.
Hard fought, well deserved. As per usual, fight till the end.
That wasn't as good as midweek, but it was enough to win, wasn't it?
No. We're not going to work miracles without De Bruyne.
Not being funny, Ian, but whether these in the league though, Fulham, right up, you know what I mean?
No mugs.
No mugs.
No
They've
mugs.
done it.
That's what champions do, I suppose, isn't it?
Correct to you.
Fight till the end.
Correct.
Fight till the end, Ian. As per usual.
Rock and roll till Wednesday.
Well, I was nervous for 90 minutes. I've been like that for the last 4 games. Wasn't confident, yeah. But that was a battle today. Deserved the win. I think their keeper was unbelievable at times. So we had the chances. But for me, it's going to be a nerve-wracking end of season. But I think we'll do it. I think we'll do all 3, Ian.
What's your day been then?
Pretty long. 5 hours sat in Schiphol Airport straight through to here.
You were in Amsterdam?
Yeah.
How come you're in Amsterdam?
Just for a rave. And I have to figure out how to get home. So
you've come here for another rave?
You could say so. Not many direct trains home though, so we'll have to figure something out.
Not a bad day though.
Oh, it was a good day out. Quality day out.
Worth the effort.
Oh, 100%. On to Madrid next week anyway.
My verdict, basically, did enough, got over the line, 3 points. Could have done with a 3rd goal for a bit of breathing space, make it a bit easier, but Fulham were always kind of in the game. We should have put it away to bed earlier. That's about it, really. But
the bigger picture, though, you can't be that worried, can you?
Not really. The main thing, the only thing's the 3 points. Just keep going, keep winning, keep playing well, but try and just cut out all the little mistakes because we just kept inviting Fulham back into the game every 5 minutes. We make a little mistake, and that's all it took getting back in the game. But happy with the 3 points.
Well, that's the verdict immediately after the game, but I've now been invited in the boardroom, so let's see what it's like there.
I thought it was a good game. I thought Fulham played exceptionally well. They're a very challenging side right the way through, and that's the first time you've seen us under a little bit of pressure. And it shows you how good we are to be able to take that and get on with the game. We've got the people who can take the goals and win the game through. But it was a good game of football. I enjoyed that very much. Fulham kept you on your toes. Kept you know, Fulham. I thought they played very well, but we're quality. I don't want to say too much, but we're top notch.
I think Manchester City just done enough for this game to win the game, so I think they don't feel the danger too much. Overall, I think second half was less chances. First half was a little bit more active, but in the end, I think that was just enough for City.
You've played football at top level, you've watched a lot of football. How good is this Manchester City team?
It's amazing, fantastic team, how they're playing, the way the players are so strong, physically they are so good, technically they're perfect. So I think one of the best teams in Europe right now.
Could they win the treble?
Yeah, I think so. They have enough quality, so hopefully they win the Champions League.
So that behind me is the famous Craven Cottage. If you've ever wondered what it's like in there, now you know. That's where the players get changed in there, obviously in a different room, but also where they do some of the hospitality for people who are lucky enough to be in the boardroom, which I was, thanks to Alistair McIntosh, former CEO of City, who is down here now at Fulham. Great to meet some of those people, great to report on another City victory. I, of course, will be at the West Ham game in midweek, so if you go into that game, you see me pottering around, come and say hello. For everybody who's contributed, thank you. To Eamar Development UK, to Timpson and RRG Group, thanks for your support. And another Blues victory on the way, maybe to the title and maybe towards the treble. It's great to be a Blue, isn't it?